requested as tailor-made, but they are not part of the annual courses. And sometimes we conduct them as a tailor-made for specific institutions. However, if you are interested in these topics, I recommend that you participate in our, inshallah, to be held conference, the second Arab Land Conference. It will be by the end of February, and you can see you can access the Arab Land Initiative page on the internet, and you will find all the information about the conference. And these topics will, for sure, will be covered at the conference.
Thank you, Dr. Dai. I will definitely be interested to join. لأننا I'm also working on the same topic. Thank you so much.
Yes, you are most welcome, and you can contact me directly if you have any inquiries.
شكرا.
العفو, thank you very much.
Dr. Hassan, there is another question by Sarah Akram. Please, student.
Yes.
Very short question, and please, Dr. Dua, try to.
Yeah, okay. Yes.
Okay. I want to ask about how we can apply to train in this institution and attend the workshops, and what are the criteria for the training?
Yes, the criteria, we have only the people with graduates from universities. This is the criteria, but any kind of specialization. How to apply? You can go to our Facebook or UTI website, and you can find all the contacts, and you call us or send an email, and you can register for any course you like. You are welcome.
Okay, thank you.
Great. Question from Salma Khamis from TU Berlin.
Hello,
yes.
Salma.
Hi, Dr. Dai. I'm a PhD student at TU Berlin, Egyptian, and I'm an architect and did my master's in architecture in Cairo University.
Okay.
And while we are submitting the thesis, we fill a form of which institutions could help, or my research could help. So yes. I think I miss, I'm really astonished how great your job is, and how much input you do, and capacity building. But I really miss in Egypt the bridge between these big pools of research and implementation. What we, if you can tell me one example of how other institutions of implementing projects, either rehabilitation of informal settlements or building infrastructure, etc., is implemented or is using our research in the field.
Dr. Dua. Dr. Dua. ايوه احنا سامعينك ممكن تتكلمي.
You mean you are asked?
I can repeat the question in Arabic because it's
Salma,
short.
do you hear me?
I do.
No, I've got your question, yes, but I am asking you, this is the first time you hear about UTI?
Not really, because I used to visit also the SBRC to get information, but as a researcher, I mean, yes. Now as a project manager, as an implementer in Egypt, yes. Like what we see implemented in Egypt is actually not learning from our research. So
yes,
I miss this connection.
But you are asking me a very difficult question about other institutions, how they are implementing. You can ask me about UTI, but other institutions, I don't know. But in UTI, as I mentioned, we are trying to apply, as you have seen, the strategic urban plans, and we have also we go to specific institutions and we try to support them, and we teach people. But the whole approach of implementing project in Egypt, I'm afraid I can't reply you in this regard.
No, I mean, which institutions contact you, like a very basic one, not if it's implemented or not, but does other institutions, Egyptian institutions, implementing institutions contact
not really.
For example, Dr. Dua, you mentioned the GIZ, the UU training for the local administration. For introduction for the GIS.
And yeah, I can mention also a very brief comment here that we are very happy and very proud that some of the local officials in their institutions, when they attend training courses at UTI and then they go to apply and then they come back to us for some clarification, or they come to present the lessons learned from their successful implementation. So we are proud of that, but not all, of course, not all of them do that, but we always encourage them to come to us with what will happen with them when they apply the new tools that they have learned at UTI. Did I answer your question partly?
Yeah, partly. I know it's a very difficult question in our context, but thank you very much.
But you're welcome. Thank you very much. Okay.
Thanks, Salma. Thanks, Dr. Dua.
Thank you very much for this opportunity.
I hope you would stay with us for a while, so you get also to know about other and other researches done.
At least for my colleague for the next presentation, I am interested to hear from him.
Yes.
Okay.
So, thanks, Dr. Dua. Now
thank you very much.
Engineer Mohammed Fathi Afifi, Assistant Lecturer, Egyptian Institute of National Planning, and also he's a PhD candidate at TU Berlin, so also a planning committee member at Ministry of Planning, Monitoring and Administrative Reform, MPMAR, and he has master's degree from Faculty of Urban and Regional Planning. And he will talk now about national planning vision for Delta region. So, Mohammed.
Screen now? It's fine?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Morning, everyone, or good afternoon now. It's being afternoon. Thanks, Dr. Dua, for your presentation, because actually we are colleagues. Yes, we are sharing the same interest as we are both working for a research institute. Let me first introduce the components of my presentation. I'll give an intro to the Ministry of Planning, because actually the Ministry of Planning is the board member of the Institute of National Planning, and then a quick presentation about the Institute of National Planning and the national planning process, the role of national planning. Then I'll give examples how this role of national planning helped and in the process of putting and setting the strategic vision for urban development 2030, and then we will focus on the Delta region. The role of Ministry of Planning is, first of all, issuing the Sustainable Development Strategy Egypt, advising and monitoring the implementation of the yearly plans, coordinating between all ministries and parties and actors concerning the plan, and ensuring that the plans coming from all ministries adopting the goals of the Egyptian Vision 2030. Let's talk about the Institute of National Planning. Actually, we are like a think tank for the government, and the competitive advantage of the Institute of National Planning, it's not just a research center, and this is maybe will be semi-answer for Salma's questions. The competitive advantage of the Institute of National Planning, that it links between the technical support and academic support to the government, and between helping in the implementation process of the plans and setting the plans. We have two main roles as a think tank for the government, technical support and academic support. This is the structure of the Institute of National Planning, and you can find it on the website. The technical support through researches, policy papers, development reports, consultancy, conferences, training programs, scientific forums, experts meetings, seminars, workshops, and roundtables and youth seminars. This is one of the academic supports. This is an example for policy papers we are doing for the government, and these policy papers is actually very specific because we are dealing with a specific issue, and this is upon a request from the government. I'll give you an example. Ministry of Agriculture is going to implement a new project. It comes to the Institute of National Planning as a consultancy firm, not only a research firm, as a consultancy firm, and we help them with research papers and policy papers to guide them implementing their projects. And we have this academic support, and academic support is divided into two main focuses. We have two master programs. The first master program is academic master degree. It's typical academic master degree, planning for sustainable development, and we have a vocational master degree. This vocational master degree, I think we are the only institute that gives this vocational master degree because it's very specific for people working in the field of planning. It's not an academic degree, it's applied, it's applied research, not an academic research. This is for the programs of the institute. Okay, one thing is setting policies for the yearly plans of development, monitoring and evaluating the implementation of the programs through the KPIs, the key performance indicators, ensuring the full integration between all planning parties and stakeholders. Overall spatial development vision for strategic policies and strategic proposals. The regional plan is more focused on the region, and this is, we'll talk later about the regional plans for Delta. And the local plan focuses on the action areas or small localities. This is the process of the plan in the Ministry of Planning and helping Institute of National Planning. This is the Sustainable Development Strategy, Egypt's Vision 2030, speed enabling Egypt as an active global player, aligning SDGs objectives with the 2015 United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, develop a united long-term political and economic social vision at the base of short-term, medium-term plans, enabling the civil society and NGOs and organizations to monitor the implementation of different plans, meet the ambitions of the Egyptian, and improve the efficiency of basic services. These are the pillars of the 2030 vision: economic development, energy, knowledge, innovation, research, transparency and efficiency, government institutes, social justice, health, education, culture, environment, and the 10th pillar is the urban development pillar. We'll move very quick on the objectives and of the urban development. The main scope of the main aim, the main goal for the urban development plan is a balanced spatial development management of land sources to accommodate population and improve the quality of their lives. The objective is to achieve a balanced population distribution current of and future inhabitants area, and this will be monitored by these KPIs. First, KPIs will measure the extent of disease and the success of the state to extend the population in new urban communities outside the scope of Valley and Delta. Also, it reflects the expansion of the land added to the inhabitant Egyptian areas. This is the main key elements of the program: comprehensive spatial planning, investment map, facilitating the follow-up system, and enhancement the abilities to develop market studies. This is the Delta region in the national planning vision. We have three focuses on the Delta region in the national vision. First one is setting up a strategic plan for the Delta region. Second one is implementing the sewage development route and developing the roads in Delta region. The third one is enhancing the efficiency of field irrigation in the valley and Delta lands. What is special about the Delta region? Actually, one of the focuses of the 2030, because actually the most of the population in Egypt is concentrated in the Delta region. So one of the focuses is to increase the inhabitant areas from 7% to 10%. And this means that we have to get inhabitants out from Delta region to decrease population. The second thing, we have to implement new communities in the vacant desert land near the Delta region. This will lead to two main things, two main goals: decreasing the densities through issuing laws and regulations for new buildings. Implementing new urban communities will create more job opportunities for people, for inhabitants of local areas in governorates of the Delta region, and also for new inhabitant communities. This is a quick numbers, the Delta region in numbers. These are the development indicators in the economic regions. We'll find the literacy, non-employment, poverty, population in the region, percentage from the whole inhabitant areas. This is the comprehensive regional planning towards Delta region. The goals of this comprehensive regional planning was accessing all economic and social opportunities in the region, translating the national vision and transforming it into a spatial and physical plans. Comprehensive vision that leads to the integration of all sectors: physical, agriculture, and industrial sector. This is also the target investment in Delta region in 2030's vision. $1.6 million pounds, and moving from the technical and the research thing to the implementation phase of the strategic plan on the Delta region. This is the methodology of the development plan for Delta region, and policies to achieve the vision, descriptive analysis of the current situation, the proposed development strategies and population growth scenarios, the most important issues, constitutions, and opportunities for developing the region, current situation studied, and the proposed development vision for the Delta region, then coming out with a strategic plan and supporting projects. This is the main development issues in Delta region according to the GOPP strategic plan for regional planning for Delta region: the issue of ecological balance and natural hazards, urban control and the recall of small medium cities, the issue of poverty and marginalization, weak economic productivity in the governorates, the distribution of the urban pattern at all levels of Delta region. I want to tell you that all these issues came out from the vision of 2030, which we help in setting the goals, setting the problems of the urban development on the national level. And also this, I can send you this, this is the Delta strategic plan. Done by national plans and the strategic plans for Delta region. Actually, nowadays there is a great interest and a clear
Hello? Hello?
The connection.
Hello? Fathi? Hello? Connection lost. I don't know if it's on my side or on Muhammad Fathi. Yes.
I think from Dr. Muhammad connection.
Is it fine now, Hassan?
Yes, you are back. We can see the screen again.
Okay, good, great. Finally, the role of education on both levels, undergraduate and postgraduate, is very crucial for developing tools and techniques serving the planning and development process. The technical and academic support from research institutes also helps a lot in the planning process on all levels, national, regional, and local plans. This is a quick diagram we have done in a conference concerning the planning system reform in Egypt 2011 after the revolution. And we'll find here this highlighted text. It's focusing on the education, it's focusing on the scientific development, it's focusing on technology and new techniques, it's focusing on new minds. And also here we can find the important role of universities and research institutes in the whole planning process. This is a quick also diagram about the planning process in Egypt proposed in the conference paper. And here we can find the focus of the universities and institutes and research institutes.
The screen is not shared, Muhammad. Share screen again.
Tell me where did I stop?
Yes, now we can see it.
No, we can see
okay. It. And actually, this is a last slide. I told you 2 minutes ago that we have a proposed scientific paper on the Conference of Scientific Planning Reform in Egypt. And here we can see the focus on the continuous education and focus on scientific development and the focus on new minds concerning to make a new world and to help in the planning process. And this is also here you will find the importance of the technical institutes, research institutes, and universities in the middle of the planning process and the planning hierarchy. Thank you. I'm done. Before any questions, Hassan.
Thanks a lot, our dear colleague and friend Fathi for this overview about the activities and the mandate of the Egyptian National Planning Institute. I think also as a research institute and giving support to different ministries, you play a very crucial role in the seen of linking between planning and urban planning. I mean, this is somehow a field that is we cannot believe that on the national level this gap is not filled, and I think you somehow try to show this connection. Let's see if we have questions.
Yes, Dr. Hassan. Hello?
Yes.
Yes, actually, I have a comment, not a question. I would like to thank you, Engineer Fathi, for the nice presentation. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I'm wondering why we are both of us not cooperating together. So maybe we can think about that in the near future, inshallah.
Sure, it's a pleasure, Dr. Dai.
Yeah, okay. I was wondering that you are also conducting training courses and research papers, and so we have mutual interests.
Yes.
So we can for sure cooperate in the coming future. Yes. Thank you again. Thank you very much.
No.
Actually, you're showing now this research publication تداعيات المحتمل لازم كورونا الاقتصاد المصري. I think, is it published?
Yes, yeah, and you can find it on the website. Oh, I can send it to you as the PDF file if you.
Yes, please. This would.
I have all the data, you know.
So yeah, just share with me this this file. But yeah, it's focused.
And actually, we have a very important policy paper. This Hassan, if it's still trailed, this one on the right by Dr. Khalid Zakaria Amin, تعزيز سياسات توطين أهداف التنمية المستدامة في مصر. And this is a very crucial and important policy paper because actually it's linking between the national level and how the policies are set and how the goals are set, and between how to adopt and apply and to implement this set of goals on the ground. So this is very interesting.
Localizing. And
yeah, yes.
Okay, great. So this can be also very helpful if you share it with me today.
Yeah, these are the most recent because actually I have done a lot of research about planning and economic status and social status in Egypt after the pandemic COVID-19. So you have maybe 5 or 6 papers with different subjects. I will send you the link of the website of the Institute of National Planning.
You can share it, by the way, here on the chat.
Here,
share the link.
This is the website here. I can share it on the chat.
If you share the website on the chat, so all the Delta students and also TU Berlin students have access to this valuable resource.
Sure.
Right. Any questions? Because I lost the connection and I came back, so I lost the track for the chat, you know. الشات بالنسبه لي، فلو في حد عنده سؤال يحطه تاني او يدخل يقول على طول السؤال. Amira Yusuf, please.
I have a question. Yep. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. I have a question about the obstacles that you usually face between the technical support and the academic support. Is there any obstacles or conflict? Not conflicts, but anything that you can share with us?
Sorry,
and
between
another
technical
question,
support and what?
I mean that you are academic support, the academic arm of the national planning right? Institute. So is there, what the kind of obstacles you usually face or challenges you usually face? And another question, is there any monitor and control arm in the National Planning Institute, or you only like strategic planning only?
Okay. Actually, the main and the most important challenges is the different thinking between what we are thinking as a research entity and let me say the policies and the political will, because actually you cannot fulfill all your dreams, you cannot fulfill all you want in research, because there are some the institutional and political frameworks sometimes be an obstacle between what do you think and what do you need to implement, between the tendencies of the government and is it economic oriented, agriculture oriented nowadays real estate oriented. So this is the main obstacles between us and the government or any party you work with. And actually, your second question about monitoring and evaluation, there is a very important technical support, but not at our institute, at the Ministry of Planning. There is a vice minister now for monitoring and evaluating the really plans upon the SDGs, the goals of the Strategic Vision 2030. And this is a very new position in the Ministry of Planning. It's only after the issuing of the plan. So they needed to monitor and evaluate the yearly plan, because actually the past time it was 5 years plan. Implement now the vice minister is responsible for monitoring and evaluating the plan, and also there's a sustainable development unit inside the Ministry of Planning. Its main concern to monitor and evaluate the plans and to make sure that these plans is upon meets the goals and the aims of the 2030 vision. That's it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, thanks Amira, thanks محمد فتحي. مفيش أسئلة من جامعات الدلتا؟ جامعات الدلتا، منصورة، طنطا، كفر الشيخ. أي سؤال يمثل الدلتا؟ دبوسي، مختار.
دكتور حسن، معلش انا كان معايا اتصال بس قطع الاجتماع.
طيب
كان في استفسار
بخصوص معهد التخطيط القومي؟
لا تمام، احنا غالبا يعني باذن الله هنحاول نتواصل برضو مع المعهد في اي تعاون مستقبلي مع دكتور محمد ومع الفريق اللي معاه، فبشكره جدا على العرض ده وعلى التقديم لفكره المركز اصلا، لان مش كل الناس عندها فكره كبيره عن المركز، فكويس ان احنا بدانا نتواصل في الموضوع ده. شكرا جزيلا.
تمام، انا دخلت على فكره على الويب سايت وفعلا الحاجات موجوده كلها PDF، يعني حاجه جميله جدا.
ده حقيقي فعلا.
تمام،
ولو حاجه ما لقيتهاش قول لي انا ابعتها لك.
تمام. Hey, so thanks a lot محمد فتحي, and looking forward to further cooperation between our partners. يعني it's our pleasure to help and support any kind of networking between different Egyptian entities. طيب, I think I'll thank you again, and now we have to go for a break. I think we had enough